Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk. His thoughts on Browns owner Jimmy Haslam.
Jimmy Haslam is a bad owner. Shad Khan is a bad owner. And they have no one around them who is willing to say, hey, boss, you're probably not very good at this. Because at the end of the day, you know what they're good at? They're good at making money, and they're all making money. And that's the big ruse here. Yeah, our team stinks, but at the end of the day, we share all the big revenues. So we're doing just as well as the team that wins the Super Bowl. And we act like we're upset, we're not very good. Hey, come to my 350-foot yacht, and we can commiserate on how bad the football team is. So this is where the fans get thrown under the bus.
It's too bad.
If you're a fan of a team with a bad owner, you're stuck until the owner dies or sells the team. And there's no guarantee that if he dies, whoever gets the team in his will is going to be any better. And there's no guarantee whoever buys the team is going to be any better. It's one of the great problems of being a football fan. You're at the mercy of ownership. And ownership, with all the other turnover we see in football, ownership is the one thing that doesn't turn over very often.
Well, now let's welcome in Brad Ward from the Orange and Brown Report, the All Eyes on Cleveland podcast. The only problem with Florio's argument, Jimmy Haslam spends more money on the Browns than any other owner, significantly. So does he get involved in football stuff? I don't know, maybe. But he's not one of the guys who's looking to make a profit. He's pouring cash into the roster like crazy.
Yeah, I'm wondering where this tangent came from and how Haslam got thrown into it. Is it just because of the 3-win season or in the Watson stuff? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just wondering where this came from, because there was a time where he was meddling. I don't know if we have as much proof that he has been meddling. We don't really know, right? We don't know where some of these decisions have come from, or it's not concrete. That he has interfered in football operations. I tend to think that Stefanski and Barry have kind of messed this up on their own a little bit. So
yeah, the only thing I would question is each of them reports to Haslam, to Jimmy. And I get it. You're the owner. You signed the checks. Is there a football guru who would be better off insulating you from those two? I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, it's a good question, because you're right. They do have to, report back meetings. And I understand, I guess, that level of wanting to know what's going on. I don't know. I wouldn't call him a great owner. I wouldn't call him the worst owner either. Because he is willing to spend on to try to win. I mean, I think he actually really does care about winning. And I think that does give you some points. Now, certainly he's going to make a ton of money off of the dome and everything that comes with that in the end here. And certainly he knows how to turn a profit. He's, as far as a businessman goes. So I understand what Florio is saying there, but he appears to, at least to me, want to win. Now, has he been the best owner ever? Obviously not. But I don't know if I would throw him under as like a guy that doesn't care if they win. And that's kind of the box that he's putting him in there.
Yeah, that's I agree with you. I push back on that because his checkbook says very, very, very much differently.
Yeah.